back. Anoka County is preparing to take a big step as officials figure out what to do about a jail they say is outdated and presents security concerns. But it's not cheap. Replacing the jail, building a new 911 call center, and a new parking ramp at the courthouse would top $244 million. When the Anoka County Jail opened 38 years ago, some county officials say it was already undersized. It's undergone repairs for electrical issues, plumbing, and other problems. This photo shows a flood in the administrative office. Add updated requirements for holding prisoners of different security classifications separately, and the sheriff calls it a money pit.
There's a host of other security concerns within the jail, as well as some of the structural things that just don't meet today's need. The facility was designed in a way that was outdated about the time we moved into it.
The jail was originally designed for 140 beds. Capacity has expanded to 238. But these photos provided by the sheriff's office shows what happens when there is overcrowding. Setting up cots in the gym and in hallways is a security issue, and in 2018 and 2019, the county spent $450,000 to hold prisoners in other jails. Two studies pointed out a list of problems.
Those issues that were identified, they identified as serious and not fixable with the current facility. And so we needed to evaluate what does a plan for moving forward look like.
That's what commissioners were doing at this work session. With the jail replacement cost estimated at $164 million, Jeff Reinert was looking for cheaper options, like keeping the old jail and building a sort of annex nearby. But he's changing his mind.
I'm really leaning towards now maybe that we need to build a new jail and raise the one that we have. Unfortunately, there's just wouldn't be a lot of savings in, from what we learned today, in keeping that jail and then trying to, I guess, use a new one in cooperation with that.
The plan would build a new jail where the courthouse parking ramp is. One study says the ramp is also in poor condition and needs more than $4 million in repairs. A new ramp would be built across the street. A new 911 center would also be built on county property in Andover at a cost of about $30 million, keeping the old center at the courthouse as a backup. The total project altogether adds up to $244 million.
This is a grand scale project. This is the biggest project in my tenure as an elected official, including with the city of Coon Rapids and now with Anoka County.
But Anoka County Board Chair Scott Schulte says the old jail has to go.
And we've finally done enough studies and we've looked at enough different documents that the majority of the commissioners are firmly in the camp that yes, we need a new jail. We need more capacity and we need to keep both our inmates and our correctional officers safer.
Jeff Reinert agrees, but is not in favor of building what he called the Taj Mahal.
I do still have some question though about the size and scope of the new jail. We're moving from a 138 cell jail and now they're proposing 540 cells, and so that's quite an increase.
The plan is to borrow about $220 million and levy a one-time charge to property owners. On a $300,000 home, the cost is estimated at about $80. The rest would come from existing tax dollars.
We have structured this financially so it'll be a very minimal burden to the taxpayer.
Commissioner Matt Look said he was skeptical about the cost and suggested they seek help from the state of Minnesota. Formal approvals on the project will start in about 6 months, beginning with the proposed 911 center.